G'day you mob, Blackie here, from Dr. Black 66. You're watching Jace from Perth Cichlids. You know why you're here, because Jace has got the goods. Thanks for stopping by.
And if you haven't sent me an intro yet, what are you waiting for? You too can be on my channel. Doesn't matter if you have 1 sub or 1,000,000 subs, everyone's welcome.
What's going on, Perth Cichlid community? If you don't already know me, my name is George from South Florida African Cichlids. I'm here to take over the channel today. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just here to show you guys a little bit of what my channel is about. Watch this. This is my 120-gallon African Cichlid display tank. Most of the fish that I keep, actually all the fish that I keep right now, are African Cichlids. I got into the hobby maybe around 10 years ago. The first tank we ever bought, me and my girlfriend, was a 75-gallon, and we got that with a couple filters, with a stand and everything. We did buy it used on Craigslist, and back then it was all like, if you wanted to get into fish keeping, it was all word of mouth. There was no YouTube. It was very hard to find information, but luckily we had a friend that helped us set that tank right up, and we had a mix of Central Americans, South Americans, and African Cichlids in that tank, and it didn't work out very well. And eventually we upgraded into this tank, and all we have in there are cichlids. We have everything from probably 3.5 inches or 3 inches, which is that little OB you can see there on the screen, up to about 8 inches, which is the Venustus. The Borlei is probably about 7 inches as well, and most of our large peacocks are in the 5.5 to 6 inch range. They're mostly full grown. I've noticed they do grow pretty nicely in this tank. So I have been an African cichlid breeder for the past 3 years or so. I got into it in the beginning because I started seeing videos of breeding for profit, this and that, and I'm like, you know, I like the hobby how it is now, but if I get into breeding, I might like it more, you know, growing out the fish. When you mix hybrids, you never know what color they're gonna come out with, same as OBs. So we were raising fry anyways, and I started getting a couple more tanks to raise them, and eventually I have a 150-gallon pond that I have outdoors, which I'll be showing you here too. And so what I do is I strip fry every once in a while because I like to have a nice variety. But right now I'm breeding ruby reds, and I'm also breeding Cynotilapia cobues. I'm breeding OB peacocks, yellow labs, and I'm also breeding some hybrids. And I have tanks for all those fish, and I put the hybrids, the OBs, and the mbunas in the pond because I could differentiate them once they get to a certain size. They're all, you know, quite a bit different. And yeah, pretty much that's how I got into breeding, and it's worked out fine for me. Now, I'm not saying I'm making a killing, but at least it's paying for all my fish supplies and maybe my car payment every month, which is pretty nice. So on my channel here, you can see we did a fish farm tour at the neighborhood fish farm. It's a local fish farm, one of the few in the United States that are actually open to the public. Here in Florida, we have a lot of wholesalers and a lot of fish farms, but most of them won't even let you walk inside. And up next, we're going to be taking a look at my ruby red tank, which this guy is an absolute stud. I've been breeding him for about 2 years and selling fry locally in the Miami area. I have a whole bunch of other tanks that you guys can see. I always show the fry tanks maybe once a month. I do a little update on them. I have the OB breeding tank, I have the Mbuna, the Kobu tanks, and much more. So I'm sure Perth Cichlids will put a link in the description to my channel or something. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you taking the time to see this video, and I hope to see you soon on my channel. I strive on trying to make better content each and every week for you guys. So if you have any suggestions or comments, swing by my channel, check it out, and drop it in the comment section below. I would also like to take this time to thank Perth for having me on his channel. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, until next time.
Hey Hey guys, and hey Jason, thanks for having me on your channel and thanks for the shout out. So my name is Josiah, my nickname is Cy, my channel is Life of Cy, which is basically the life of Cy, but it's becoming more of animals. Originally I did upload a few other random videos in there, but it's mainly about animals, and that's where everything's going at the moment. I do have fish. I don't have that many tanks set up at the moment. There's just a handful of them. I've got a few racks. I've got 8 of these green racks and they hold 52 tanks, but they're all in storage. I'm also heavily into reptiles. There is reptiles everywhere as well, and it's quite a small room. There's not much room. But I'm building a giant shed in the backyard that will host all of these. And it's a fish channel, so I would normally go through my fish, but I really don't have anything at the moment. There's just bristlenose, hongi, bristlenose, lemon bristlenose, longfin bristlenose. It's all of the stuff that I had left over from last time we had all our setup, and then when we moved to this house, I kind of got rid of most of my stuff, and I haven't been getting anything because moving fish tanks is an absolute pain in the butt. So I don't want to be moving too many fish tanks out there. I do have another fish tank out there. It's a 6x2.5, and it's got like 2 Oscars, a jag, and a giant plego in it, and that's literally all I've got at the moment. But I'll quickly show you some reptiles because you guys might not know that you would enjoy that. So this dude that I'm about to show you is a 6-foot Woma python. His name is Fatso. And he gets his name because he's pretty big. He doesn't look so big when you... Usually snakes don't look as big as they are in the videos and stuff. But this guy is pretty big. Also in my fish pond that I turned into a little holding area is a little northern blue-tongued skink. These guys are super cute. I've got 3 of them. This is the biggest one. The other 2 are siblings. And this guy is from a completely different clutch. So my channel's got a lot to do with reptiles, not a lot to do with fish at the moment. Simply because there isn't too much. They're very dull, they're not very clean, there's no lighting, and there's not too much to film about. But thank you guys for watching. If you would like to subscribe or jump on Facebook and like my page, that'd be awesome. Thank you guys for watching. It's back to you, Jason.
Hi, I'm Langan Newbacker. My channel is my name, Langan Newbacker. I know it's a little bit of an odd one, but it makes me very easy to find. My main focus on my channel is goldfish rescue, goldfish information, helping people give their goldfish the best lives possible. I love doing that with all animals, I always have, but I have a particular connection to goldfish because they are one of the most domesticated breeds of fish. They really are, but they're also the most abused form of fish and possibly the most abused pet ever. They're just terribly abused. So I started taking in surrenders. I would just put ads on Craigslist, really non-judgmentally, saying, hey, I know you think you get the goldfish in the fair, you think it can be in the bowl, and now you're stuck with it. You can bring it to me. And yeah, so I take in as many as I can to be healthy and safe still. And I've gotten some really beautiful rescue goldfish. And I do mention my other pets in my channel sometimes. I have several Cares species. And if you don't know what Cares aquatic species are, they are basically fish that are critical or endangered or extinct in the wild, usually due to habitat, you know, it's us, you know, always. And that there's a major conservation going on in zoos. So it's basically this group of dedicated hobbyists keeping these fish breeding and going in the industry. And so those are pretty cool. And I do talk about them sometimes, as well as my dogs, my degus, my cat, and my box turtle, Mr. Turtleson. But mostly I focus on goldfish because I just feel that they are so wonderful and so misunderstood, and really just like they're these gorgeous, intelligent fish that can live for years and years and years if we take care of them right. And my channel is all about pet love. That's what it comes down to. I say at the end of every single one of my videos, love your pets and they will love you back. And I truly believe that. Behind me for this little clip has been my long-bodied and singular black moor tank. The black moor has to be in there because he won't stop breeding with the fancy girls, like to the point of stressing them out and almost giving them dropsy. It's terrible. But so he has to live with the big boys. And these are my Commons, Comets, and Sherbumpkin. Thank you so much to Jason for having me on his channel. YouTube is wonderful. FishTube is wonderful. I love being a part of this community, and thank you so much for having me, Jason.
So thanks to everyone that sent me intros and outros, much appreciated. They're good to add to my videos and help spread the love around. And remember, if you want more tanks, get more tanks.